So this is a good size Black Locust Burl, bigger than anything I was wanting to turn, so I have sliced it there, and we'll set that aside for a while. And this is kind of on a wedge, and I thought it was a good place to cut it. But it has an edge right here that I don't really want to leave that, but it might look okay. I'm going to get some kind of a circle drawn on here and try to leave as much live edge as I can. So let me get this laid out and trimmed, and I'll be back. Well, I have it on a worm screw, and I don't know why it is. I seem to like to turn out of balanced pieces, because this one is certainly out of balance. I can barely get 450 RPMs out of it. I'm going to start with this tool here. It should get rid of this material fairly quick. Grab my face shield and we'll proceed to make some chips. Okay, I think that's going to work. I think we can go to a bowl gouge now. Need to be able to get some speed here. Alright, I've got it up to 550 now. Nice burling going on. Alright, let me see if I can come up with some sort of a shape here. Maybe have a base about that wide and cut a tenon on it. Alright, now we'll square that up. This turned out nice here. I'll have to do this edge right there, and I think we're in good shape. Okay, I think we could probably sand that. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this side. And I have all this air right here, so I'm not sure how it's going to sand. See if I can do it with this 2-inch disc. Yeah, that looks like it's working. I'll go ahead and get this sanded, and then we'll get it flipped around and start cutting the inside out. Well, I've got it all flipped around, and as you see, there's quite a difference between the diameters here. And if I leave a wall here, it's going to leave a much heavier wall there. I don't really want to cut that away. So what I'm going to do now is flatten this and get a line on there and decide what to do. And I've got it going at 1400 RPMs. Grab my face shield and we'll flatten this off. I should be able to get a line on there now. Let's just put a couple lines on there and pick from them. Well, we don't want that one. I think I'll start in here, and then I can go that way a little bit if I want to. I think we've reached a stage of moving the tailstock back. Now I'm going to check and see where I'm at on this, because that kind of cuts away. I can feel now it's plenty, but there's a spot right here that it's much deeper, and that's might be getting kind of close. I just soon not have a hole in there. So we'll see where we're at on the depth. Still have lots to go there, and I don't think that's bad. I might just go with that. Let's go ahead and get some more out of the middle. I am going to sharpen up now though. Okay, all sharpened up. That should be pretty close. Alright, so my little void that I have right there is about 3/8 of a wall. So the most I want to do is just cleaning up right here. I think that is good enough, and I should be able to clean it up with my negative rake scraper. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, I am ready to sand this. I'm going to start with 80 grit. I'll need to sand this and this up to 400 grit. I already sanded the backside to 240, and I didn't want to go all the way because I wasn't sure what I was going to do here, and I am now. So let's get going on this. I'm going to go ahead and turn the dust collector on. You can see me sand a little bit with the 80, and then I'll be back. Alright, I think that's going to do it. Well, I'm ready to put some sanding sealer on this scrap that I cut off that burl, and I'm really happy with how it looks. It's really got some interesting figuring going on in there. So let's go ahead and put this shellac based sanding sealer on it. That really brought it to life there. Okay, I'll be back when all the finish is on it and we will remove the tenon. Alright, time to remove the tenon from this one. I have a little bigger block in here. I'm going to go ahead and put this non-slip material here. Bring the tailstock up against it. Alright, let's see how this runs. It's not too bad. It will work. Okay, so I'm going to get a 1/2-inch gouge. And we'll start cutting this off. About 800 RPMs. It's still a bit out of balance, but it is missing part of the rim. I have a 3/8 bowl gouge now, and we're going to get it down closer. See how that looks. The fact that this is missing all this wood, I don't think I want to take a chance on cutting that off while it's turning, because it's already out of balance and who knows what it would want to do. Let me get this off, chiseled off and sanded, and get some finish on it, and I'll be right back. Well, here's the finished Black Locust Burl bowl. As it turns out, there was a lot less natural edge than I thought I was going to get, but it doesn't always work out the way you think. But I'm actually really happy with the shape that I do have. It almost looks like it was growing to be that way. And that's just a nice, real gnarly looking natural edge. And speaking of that, it was pretty soft, and the finish soaked in and it darkened it. But it's actually got a lot of different shades of color going on in there. This area here is pretty hard, and it goes back down in there a little ways. It finished 10 inches in diameter, and it's 9 inches across this way, and the bowl is 6 3/4 inch in diameter, and it's about 2 1/8 inches tall, and the base is 5 1/2 inches. I finished it using sanding sealer and shellac. That's kind of one of my favorite finishes. It's pretty easy to put on, and really makes a nice finish, especially on this kind of wood. And the surface is far from perfect. It's full of all kinds of blemishes. Well, actually then it is perfect. There's pits and cracks and all kinds of fun stuff going on. I'm glad I trimmed this piece off of the big burl, and I may not be done trimming it. I'd rather get a number of turnings from a big burl than one great big turning. This might end up being a bowl, or it might end up with a little stand so it can sit tilted to show off that shape of that edge. It may sit, or maybe it'll hang on the wall. Kind of leaning towards doing it that way rather than sit like this. But it can do both. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And a special thanks to all my subscribers. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to my channel and you feel so inclined, please consider subscribing. Thanks again, and until the next time, I'll see you later.